We got Jared an improved microphone. It's good, huh?
Hi, guys.
Oh, yeah.
They're going full bore. Hi, y'all.
How did they get those props so quickly?
That was pretty quick.
Like, how do you find an inflatable microphone on short order on a Sunday?
How do you usually? Agree to disagree. I think this is the last time I'm really going to see everybody that doesn't have an autograph after this. So I want to say thank y'all for the weekend. Rome and I have an interesting history, so I'm always happy when the weekend goes safe and sound and no drama. So thank you guys. So love you.
It's amazing to think that we've been here 8 years. Isn't that insane? That's a big chunk of a lifetime. We met someone who has been watching the show since she was 13.
13?
Yeah, yeah.
12 years.
And now she's close to retirement.
She just retired. Retirement party. Is anybody in the audience under 10 years old? Anybody under 15 years old? Anybody under 20 years old? All right. So how old are you guys?
We thought you were all in your late teens, so this is
They look young and you're like,
yeah. 20 to 25? 25 to 30? This is very, very scientific demographic collection. 30 to 35? 75 to 90? Yeah, baby!
I'm always so we went to Comic-Con a couple years ago, and we're waiting for this restaurant. We're waiting for our table. I'm like, it'll be ready in a second. And finally, like, okay, come this way. And this guy who was probably was my age, really handsome, big, built dude, looked like Tomo. Is like, dude! I had a broken shoulder at the time. That was so respectful. And he like hits me, and I was like, ah! He's like, I've been watching you since I was like 10 years old. And I was like, fuck, now my shoulder hurts and I feel old. He was like 20, I guess, 21. All right, sorry, before we waste much more time.
Talking about how old we feel.
Yeah.
That's what the theme of this panel is.
This is the difference between 8 years ago and today.
Oh yeah.
Is that today, during lunch, Daddy Padalecki went and napped. Hashtag winning.
Yeah. 8 years ago, he passed out.
Worlds of difference. Worlds of difference. How are you?
Hi. Firstly, I've regained my ability to speak, so thank you for the autograph, Jared.
Of course.
Alright, so my question is for a friend who tried to ask a question last day but couldn't quite manage it. And it's about...
What happened during the
You don't want to know.
Okay.
You don't want to know. So...
Wait, now we want to know. Wait a second.
You will find out.
That was ominous.
Yeah.
Yes. Alright, so... considering how Sam in the early seasons was very... had a very strong faith in God and angels, and was later...
Hey guys, I'm gonna do an impression. Who am I?
Seriously, you made me laugh. You made me laugh.
Honest mistake. Honest mistake.
Shit, why did I do that? And it escalates from there.
The problem is more often than not, when somebody like pranks me or does something, I'm like, yeah, I probably deserve that. Like, at this point, there are very few things somebody could do to me that I don't. My instinct is not like, that's probably comic. It's gonna be comic. It's cold. It's kind of refreshing. All right, so Sam, Faith.
Yeah, Sam's faith was strong in the early seasons, but then later it was sort of damaged by the when he actually met the angels. Whereas,
What?
Yeah, no shit. You see this? Angels are
Don't let this guy
assholes.
finish his question.
whereas Castiel's character has always been sort of misplaced.
And great.
And great, yes.
Yeah.
He didn't say that. You led him to say that.
That's what I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to speed it up, but yeah.
And looking for his place in the world.
No.
So, my friend's question was, how have these two characters influenced each other?
You know, with Misha's older than he was when he started. Sometimes he doesn't know when his influence is just gonna, it's just kind of out of the blue.
But it still sort of sprays as far as it always did. Two parts. What I love is that half of the audience has no idea what we're talking about. Mercifully. Way to do a callback from last year. That's
Yeah,
great.
but Sam usually.
Sam is definitely not as influential as he used to be.
Sam's getting old. Sam likes naps.
We all do.
We all do. Thank you. Love you. Now.
Now, what happened with
What
your
happened?
friend? Oh, was that the influence question last time?
Let's just say that she didn't quite manage to say it as yeah. It should have probably been presented.
Yeah, she should be in prison.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Somebody actually has a T-shirt about influencing all over each other. Yeah. It's gonna be a hit. Hi.
Hi. Quit filming us and ask a question.
She's finishing up watching the last episode right now. Take your time, by the way. There's nobody waiting.
If you could write an episode of Supernatural, what would that be?
I thought about this often. If I could write an episode of Supernatural, it would involve Misha and Jensen and not Sam. And I would go back to Austin and I would take a nap and I would like wakeboard. So I think it would be a good episode. It would be called it would be called The Milk Run.
The milk run. I love it. Sam actually just left a note, by the way. He didn't even pop in to tell Cass and Dean that he was leaving the bunker to get milk. It just says, went for milk. And that's all we know about him for the whole episode. Yeah.
And then there's a lot of BDSM. Again, Sam's not in the episode. It's only natural. Supernatural. Misha? My arm is cold.
My episode would be very influential.
What was the original wording? How do you influence on each other?
It's good to be able to reminisce about how funny we used to be. I think that we actually I think have all gotten to the point where we look at a script and we're looking for two things: something that is really emotionally compelling and moves the story forward, and we feel like there. I actually have this weird internal barometer, which is, does it kind of give me the chills at the end of the episode when I'm just reading the script? And there are a lot of scripts where you're like, oh, that was great. And then the other thing is, how few days am I in this episode? It's so sadly true.
Every time I read a scene that like I'm not in,
Yeah.
I get a little bit of joy, a little bit of
This
excitement.
could be me at home.
I'm like, no, I could be sleeping.
Yeah, we're hardworking and we are good people, but it doesn't show.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, no, I actually really love Jared's idea for a script. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, it's lovely to have you both here. I was wondering, have you ever thought about, or do you ever think about your exposure in terms of...
Whoa. In terms of influencing?
in terms of being in the public eye when...
Whoa. Who's the public eye?
I? That's gross. Shame on you.
Just far enough. So exposing us in the public eye.
When you go for roles, or you've done auditions in the past, or any future...
She knows how you got the role. Sorry, go ahead.
And any future projects that you might take on, is that something that can be...
Yeah.
I think this question is for you.
And yeah, is that something that can be preempted, or is that something you take as it comes, or?
You're doing this on purpose. She's being hugged.
And,
Yeah, no, typically we like to take it just as it comes.
How do you preempt it? Don't. You're carrying on, yes?
and how...
How long did it take you to write this question? It's brilliant.
And like, how has your decision changed from before doing Supernatural and now that you both have families?
Oh, better bring it down.
You kind of killed the mood at the end there.
So Misha,
So can you rephrase that question?
see,
This is just watching two people be stupid, isn't it?
Misha, I've known her for what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, about a decade, and you always seem to like to. He always kind of. I don't know. I mean, you know, he has a life away from set, but he seems, for the most part, to like to take it as it comes.
So Jared has this idea, speaking of which, for a book title,
Yes,
which I thought was really great.
it's genius for you.
If you do say so yourself.
I will, and I do.
So Jared said if you ever write a book,
A memoir, an autobiography.
it should be titled.
It seemed like, so when you see the book,
It's all about font, by the way, on the cover.
it's all about the size of the font. So it's going to say, the book is going to say like, a great idea, in big bold letters. And then in small letters, you're going to realize that the title of the book is actually, I think it seemed like a great idea at the time. And that's going to be Misha's, for me, that's Misha's. I feel like we created it together. I think most of his stories started with like, I think it seemed like a great idea at the time. But anyways, I was in Brazil one time and I went through a walk in the favela and everything, I think there's a sharp turn downwards. So that has to be your book title.
Yeah.
If it's not, I mean,
No.
write a book just to have that title.
Yeah, it's a great title. I do start a lot of stories with, so this seemed like a great idea at the time.
Most of his life actually can be described with, I'm pretty sure this seemed like a great idea at the time, and then he goes into the story, and it's like a train wreck.
Train wreck.
Yeah.
But anyway, take it as it comes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We managed to not answer that question at all.
I didn't hear a question.
I didn't hear a question.
I just heard a stream in your windows. Hi.
My question is, if you could be someone else just for one day, who would it be and what would you do?
I think I'd probably be Donald Trump, and I'd resign. But not before issuing an executive order banishing myself to prison for the rest of my life.
You know who sounds like what? Well, somebody who sounds like Misha, at least the first syllable, who I would vote for president every time for the next how many years of my life, is Michelle Obama. So Trump's out of office, and now I get to be anybody for a day.
In this post-Trump scenario.
You know what? I mean, there are many funny answers. I think an honest answer, just for me, going like, I wonder what kind of life this is. I would love to be Paul McCartney. I feel like Paul McCartney more than anybody who's living. You know, we've lost Elvis, we've lost Prince. Aerosmith was a bit after. I feel like Paul McCartney had such a front row seat for a lot of the changing of our society. Frankly, you know, the invasion, British invasion was like the late '60s. I just feel like he's probably seen so many crazy things, and he seems like a really amazing man. So I'd say McCartney. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. What about you? What's your answer? What's your answer?
Genevieve Balanekin.
So sucks that he got to ask that question. What are the chances? That's not fair.
We had it planned.
Hi.
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 Just wanted to say thank you for everything you have given us throughout these 12 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. How old were you when you started watching the show?
I started in 2006. I'm 22 now. I don't feel like doing the math, so...
Yeah, it was 10. You were 10.
Thank you.
Amazing. Wow.
Anyway, going into season 13, if you had to write part of the river, what would you want with the alternate world that you have created? Because it opened up massive possibilities. What would you like to see some wishes, etc.?
I mean, speaking for myself and for Castiel, I love the idea that we...
He's dead? Yeah. So...
Who did you... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't hear that.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, so I guess you can answer. Because somebody
screwed up. I like the idea that there's an alternate universe version of Castiel that we get to meet who hasn't met Sam and Dean yet. And that in the...
Are you still Jimmy Novak, or are you Castiel?
Am I still...
Jimmy Novak? What was your
I thought you said Jane Novak.
It's a different version. So Castiel doesn't know the boys. He still occupies the same vessel, but he is... he meets them, and they try to... Or Sam and Dean try to explain, like, we know you in an alternate universe, you know, we're a team, but in this alternate universe, Cass looks exactly the same, but he's 8 inches taller.
Has new clothes.
Where do you want to be taller? What part of it?
I agree with Cass, or whatever his name is.
Did you just call me Cass?
I did.
Sweet, man.
What's your real name?
I feel like we've gotten really close.
Our first AD, Kevin Parks, still calls me Jensen on occasion. He's been with us for like 12 years. He's like, Jensen, Jared, whatever your name is. Kevin, dude, 12 years. So I truly love the idea, and it's possible now, for those who've seen the finale, you kind of know, who hasn't seen the finale?
Too late. Too late.
Okay, get out of this room. Get out.
Close your ears, but now that we know that there are alternate realities in this new crazy world, I would love an episode where we can bring people back.
Yay.
Charlie? I was on a plane, I was flying from LA, so after Australia, I flew from LA to Austin, and I got on board, and I've just flown for like 15 hours. I just flown from like Brisbane to Sydney, Sydney to LAX, and I get on this flight at like clearing customs, get on the flight LAX to Austin, and I get on and I hear like, Jared! And I look over and it's Felicia. So there we go. Sitting there with her kid, her mom lives in Austin, so she's going to visit her mom. But I was like, hey, I miss you, I love you, like, congratulations.
Hey, Charlie.
Charlie, you're alive. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and please keep on going.
Thank you.
Hi. So I have a question about finale, but another death story, spoiler. Before that, beautiful performances in finale and Misha, brilliant performance.
Thank you for singling me out there. Yeah.
Thank you, Jared, for at least giving us.
For trying.
For doing your best. Yeah, thank you.
So we are pretty happy knowing that Caps will be back because.
No one said that.
Someone did.
Well, Misha will be back.
Alternate reality.
My hopes alive. So.
Okay, that's fine.
So my question.
Sorry.
My question is about Carly's death and.
Yay!
Know your audience, dude.
whether Mark will be back or not, and how that will affect the boys, and how does, if Mark isn't back, how does that affect you guys? Because we know that he's part of the family and he's a wonderful friend as well. So.
I mean, I think that, you know, none of us have any certainty about what's coming down the pipe at this point. I think that we know that they're, right? What's that? Coming down the pipe, we don't want to say that? Sorry. What's coming through the tunnel? Help me? Throw me a lifeline here. See, I don't want to be the Jared of this transaction. Right?
That's why I was saying silence.
I think that there is a lot of stuff that is still to be determined. So,
Yeah.
yes. And I think everybody knows with certainty that nothing is certain in the supernatural universe. So you just have to what's that?
I said, how's that for a paradox? Yeah, so honest to God, there's been one episode that's written for next season, and it's an alternate universe. Obviously, Scooby-Doo, which is so cool. But beyond that, like they haven't gone back to work yet. The writers have not. They go back to work, I think, next week, as a matter of fact. So we really don't know what's happening. We really, really don't know. And we'll find out. It's always, so Mark Pedowitz, who's amazing, who's the head of our network in the States, he's a big fan of Supernatural. He loves it. He watches the episodes. He'll mention scenes and stuff, and you're like, this guy has a lot more important things to do than watch Supernatural. And he still does. He's a huge supporter, and one of the main reasons we're still on TV. But he was talking about the episode Death's Door, where Bobby dies, and he was like, listen, it guts me that Bobby Singer is dying. It tears me up, but it's really good television. And so we don't know who's dead, who's alive. Supernatural, anything can happen. So one of the things that I learned, or kind of convinced myself to believe, was that I didn't have any idea what the writers were going to do. It's kind of funny, because for me, as Jared, reality me, I sort of like not knowing what's coming. It seems to put me in a position similar... What's about to happen. I don't know what's going to happen in the next season of Supernatural. But it kind of puts me in a similar situation to Sam and Dean and Cass, where like we don't know the future. We can presume, we can assume, we can make educated guesses, but we don't really know what's happening. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Thank you. Yeah.
We're asking the question together. It's important to say that.
I want you each to do one word at a time.
Yes, we actually planned that.
Do it.
No, we didn't.
Do it!
Okay, so we wanted to ask about the mixtape that Dean gave us. And we...
That's your line!
We wanted to know...
Those 2 words!
What songs Dean would put on there.